Hello, welcome back. Here to continue our playthrough of Mass Effect 2. Right now I'm aboard the new Normandy and gonna explore around a little bit since we got our fancy new ship. Last time, of course, we met Joker and got some little combat action going. Definitely dying a lot, but I'll get the hang of it sooner or later. Flight controls, here's Joker.
Phenomenal profile. Can you believe this, Commander? It's my baby. Better than new. It fits me like a glove. And leather seats. Military may set the hardware standard, but on a first-gen frigate, they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
The reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
And there's the downside. I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this thing I don't want to talk about. It's like ship cancer.
I thought about it since doing the previous session, but instead of going everything renegade and just forcing it, I'm going to kind of go with the flow, do whatever feels good. I'm probably going to still lean into renegade a bit, but it means that if a Paragon option seems like the best fit, I'll do that instead.
I don't trust them. We still need to move ahead, but it's all too convenient.
Maybe you're right. I guess it's hard to argue when they install an AI to spy on us. We're staying though, right? I mean, the seat is real leather.
Good to see you're keeping it all in perspective, Joker.
Leather?
Yeah. Well, he sits in it for long periods of time, so comfort is key. ED. ED. Okay.
Yes, Shepard.
Oh, and of course, the reason I'm gonna go with that is because this is my first playthrough of Mass Effect 2. I actually just finished Insanity on Mass Effect 1. So, having said that, I'm going to go through more side quests than I did in my previous run on this character. But what happened with Tally last time, for example, I really wanted to, I guess, help her out, but went with the Renegade option because I was kind of essentially forcing myself to go into Renegade. Instead, I'm just going to go with the flow a little more. Probably means it'll be a mix of both. And when it feels like Renegade options are suitable, I'll still do those.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
How are you getting along with Joker?
Mr. Moreau does not trust me. It offends him that I am installed aboard his ship's computers.
Yeah, the last Normandy did just fine without an AI reminding me the airlock is ajar.
I think that voice sounds like, I want to say Trisha Helfer, but I know she's in some other kind of sci-fi things, so it would make sense.
Why are you named Edie?
EDI is the phonetic pronunciation of EDI. That is an acronym for Enhanced Defense Intelligence.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's her.
Where are you?
My core intelligence is housed in a quantum blue box located behind the medical bay.
What do you do aboard the ship?
I operate the ship's electronic and cyber warfare suites in combat. My reaction time is much faster than any organic. I collate the records of shipboard monitoring devices for the elusive man. I serve additional functions which are restricted at this time.
Cyber warfare means things like viruses, right?
In close-range ship-to-ship combat, I can sometimes break through the firewalls of an enemy's internal wireless network. Once I seize control of their systems, I can turn off gravity or air. I can disable weapons guidance or shields. or I can put their fusion plant in meltdown. On the defense, I manage Normandy's own suite of jammers, decoys, and internal firewalls.
Sounds incredibly useful. Why isn't there someone like that on every warship?
An organic operator cannot react quickly enough to changing circumstances or perform the necessary multitasking. This is a role that can only be filled by an artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, we are suspect.
Well, it might have something to do with how an AI almost destroyed galactic civilization, just putting it out there.
The Elusive Man has monitoring devices on board?
He has invested most of Cerberus's resources into the design and construction of this ship. He has an interest in monitoring our progress.
Restricted functions? Like what?
I do not know. Some of my databases are sealed, some of my hardware is kept offline. I assume that when certain unknown conditions are met, those functions will be released to me.
Oh, okay, so actually the restricted functions aren't just things that she keeps secret, but rather functions she can't access herself. That's a... Now I'm thinking that restricted might have some strange mission parameter protocols where it activates and she like betrays us or backstabs us. I don't know. Maybe.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
I want to know more about the people I'm working with.
Much of that data is classified. Do you have a specific inquiry?
What sort of resources does Cerberus have? Money, personnel, facilities?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
What do you mean?
Although I am less controlled than other AI, I am still subject to behavioral blocks and the physical isolation of my hardware. In this case, I am prevented from truthfully answering your question by Cerberus's levels of secret classification.
How is Cerberus organized? Aside from the Elusive Man, I don't see much chain of command.
Cerberus is organized into task-oriented cells. Each operates in isolation. Members from one cell cannot recognize the members of another. Each cell's agents are led by a single operator. We are called the Lazarus Cell, which is directed by Operator Lawson.
So how many operations is Cerberus running right now?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
How did Cerberus replicate the most advanced warship in the Alliance Navy without anyone knowing?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the bridge, where the navigator plots our FTL vectors, and the helmsman maneuvers the ship.
Yeah, sitting right here, thanks.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
Okay, so learned a good deal about ED. Of course, Cerberus is still being super secretive, and me having recently done my Insanity full playthrough of Mass Effect 1. Cerberus, really shady stuff going on. A lot of experimentation, illegal experimentation with good reason to be illegal. Along with, you know, so experimentation, of course. There's also kidnapping, abduction, attacks on others. Even last time we saw that they attacked the Quarian a flotilla ship, right? So it's they're definitely not the good guys here. We're essentially working for the bad guys. And I still have a theory that perhaps the initial ship that attacked the Normandy might have something to do with Cerberus. Like they may have attacked the Normandy so that they can get Shepard on their side, which it seems a bit much, but that's just a possible theory. I mean, it could have been a large Reaper ship or maybe one of those harvesters, but yeah. I just don't. So although I float that theory, then again, there's also the fact that there's probably easier ways to recruit Shepard than, spending billions of dollars trying to rebuild him as a person. instead of instead of attacking the ship, they could have simply, you know, negotiated with him rather than done that. Okay, so we've got, of course, a few more codex entries that we find along the way. This is a nice ship. It's a nice variation from the original Normandy, which still kind of sad that that got blown up immediately upon starting the game.
I'm Yeoman Kelly Chambers. I've been assigned as your administrative assistant. I'll manage your messages and help you monitor the crew. And I must say, it's such an honor to work under you, Commander Shepard.
I'm glad to have you on the team, Miss Chambers.
Please, call me Kelly.
No.
Let's keep this professional, Yeoman.
Yes, sir. Anything else, Commander?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
Never mind.
What are your responsibilities?
I'll keep you notified of any messages or appointments you might have. If any of the crew has important business to discuss, I'll make sure you know.
Isn't that the type of task better suited for a VI?
Yes, but being your yeoman is just my official role. Unofficially, I observe the crew. Everyone knows how risky our mission is. Many of us may not be coming back. That's a lot of pressure. I have a degree in psychology. I'm good at sensing when people are overly taxed.
You make sure the crew's mental health is sound?
Yes, I look for warning signs. I listen. It's not a full-time job, and it's most effective when done informally.
I don't need you analyzing me, Yeoman.
Yes, sir. Anything else, Commander?
She's gonna do it anyway.
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
How do you feel about being assigned to the Normandy?
I was handpicked by the Elusive Man to help fight the greatest threat known to humanity. How do I feel? Honored, exhilarated, terrified. But mostly I feel encouraged. Under your leadership, we can't fail.
Go on.
This organization has a dark reputation. Do you have any concerns working for them?
Not at all. Our methods can be harsh, but Cerberus has noble objectives. We look out for human interests. Advance human technology, save human lives. They're good goals.
It sounds like Cerberus wants to dominate all aliens and put humankind on top.
Cerberus looks out for humanity, but that doesn't mean we hate aliens. My sister started a dog shelter, but she loved cats too. I love humanity. I also love Asari, Quarian, Turian, Solarian, Hanar. That isn't in conflict with Cerberus ideals.
You know what? I'd say that's a good way of looking at things, because oftentimes pro advocacy groups aren't necessarily anti other groups. So, but it's right that there is a bit of naivete to that, but I think that's a good way of looking at things, at least, that she has that under.
You're fooling yourself if you believe Cerberus is noble.
I'm sorry you feel that way. I hope time will change your mind. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
I better go.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk later.
Okay, got some renegade points, nice. Of course, Cerberus, now that I played Mass Effect 1 more thoroughly, definitely has a lot of shady things going on, and like she said, she is concerned with having the noble intentions, even if they're not perfect. However, I'm still skeptical of their actual intentions, that, the sort of protecting humanity thing might be just their kind of legitimate face of an otherwise much more sinister objective.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the armory, where small arms are maintained and upgraded. Using Omni-Tool, computer-aided design, and manufacturing, we have the capability to manufacture several new models.
Ooh, okay, right. This is the new armory.
A scientist is required to use the technical laboratory.
Oh, right. Don't have one of those yet. Oh, so this is the briefing comm room.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the FTL communications room. In addition to interfacing with the FTL comm network, Normandy is fitted with a quantum entanglement communicator linked to the Elusive Man's office. This allows lag-free communication even when you operate off the comm grid.
I've never heard of a quantum entanglement communicator. How does it work?
Essentially, two subatomic particles are created in an entangled state. One is installed here, and the other in the Elusive Man's office. When one particle occupies a given quantum state, its entangled partner will always enter the opposite state, no matter the distance between them. If we alter the state of our particle, that alters the state of the Elusive Man's. This allows us to send data in the form of quantum bits.
Why aren't these used everywhere?
Each quantum pair costs nearly as much as a comm relay, and can pass only one quantum bit of data at a time. In addition to the cost and bandwidth issues, the system is strictly point-to-point. To contact 100 different worlds, we would need to manufacture and install 100 entangled pairs, one linked to each world.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
Now that's an interesting concept because there are a lot of quantum theory, quantum mechanics-based theories in science that are like really out there, and this actually sounds like it could be something that could be used in like the far future that this is based in.
Commander,
Hey Jacob.
there hasn't been time to really settle in and take stock. I want to say that working with you is a great opportunity to do something that matters. It's a privilege to serve on the Normandy, Commander.
You're here because you're Cerberus. Don't expect special treatment.
Understood. But not everyone in the group is hardline. I'm an employee because I believe in their current direction. Doesn't mean I don't have concerns about their past actions. Or some of yours. You watch me, I'll watch you. That suit you?
Fair. He's at least seeming much more kind of nobly aligned than the others.
What has Cerberus done to make you nervous?
A lot. They've been called terrorists, and with good reason. Doubt you can find a more checkered past. But if the collector threat is real, and we do something about it, Cerberus will be remembered differently. Or we'll all be tried and executed. Can't count on people thinking about it as hard as I have.
Yeah, I think he's got a good attitude about it. Glad to have you aboard. Do your job, nothing more. Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna give him the benefit of...
I look forward to working with you, Mr. Taylor.
Likewise, Commander. Let me know if you need anything.
Alright, still nice. Got 2 Paragon and 2 Renegade points. Okay, so I'm liking this more hybrid balanced attitude because, you know, I gave him the Renegade option to start, but, you know, I liked his response, so I thought I'd give him the Paragon option afterward.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Private terminal? Okay, there's the elevator. Let's see what's over here.
A scientist is required
okay.
to use the technical laboratory.
Okay, that's another Edie.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the Combat Information Center. Here, the crew receives sensor data and coordinates gunnery and damage control efforts, While Normandy is flown from the bridge, during combat, the commanding officer issues orders from the CIC.
Okay. Oh, elevator. Captain's cabin. So we're in the CIC right now. It's crew quarters. Engineering. I do think that this is nice compared to old Normandy's weird spiral staircase thing that goes to another elevator. So it's just a little more convenient. Okay, Kodiak drop shuttle. Maybe we don't have a Mako or a similar equivalent. Support cargo hold.
Access to this room is currently restricted.
Okay, yep. See if this is...
What's this area of the ship?
Normandy's cargo deck. It includes facilities to rearm and repair Normandy's embarked ground vehicle and shuttle.
My last ship didn't need a shuttle. Why do we have one?
This ship is nearly twice the mass of the previous Normandy.
Ooh.
It is more difficult to land the ship on high-gravity worlds.
Oh, so it's like dense.
Access to this room is currently restricted.
What's this area of the ship? That's all for now.
Oh, okay, good.
Logging you out, Shepard.
Engineering deck. Now where does this staircase go? Okay, so there's like a makeshift, there's either an operating table or a workbench of some sort for whoever is doing maintenance down here, I guess. Huh. It's just like a weird little cubby. Does this go to the same place? Yeah, okay. Okay, this was the stairwell. This goes to same engineering. Yep, same engineering place. Got some people in here.
You came all the way down here to see us?
You're speaking to our commanding officer.
I didn't hear an officer on deck. I run this ship military. Do you two think this is all a joke?
Yes, sir. I mean, no, sir.
Won't happen again, sir.
At ease. Who are you?
I'm Engineer Ken Donnelly, handling the power control systems. This is Gabby.
That's Engineer Gabriella Daniels, actually. I'm responsible for the propulsion systems.
What can we do for you, Commander?
Are you set up okay down here?
We can't complain. I just wish it didn't take so long to calibrate the FPA arrays.
Kenneth, you're complaining.
What kind of problems are you having?
When they upgraded the Normandy design, they got a bit sloppy with the FPA couplings. I won't bore you with the tech, but there's an array of attenuators in the primary power transfer system that channels the field bleed.
Kenneth, you're boring the commander with tech. In short, if we had T6 FBA couplings installed, it'd save us a lot of maintenance time each day.
Why isn't something like that already installed?
It's probably just a design oversight. Efficiency isn't affected. It's a maintenance issue.
Also, the T6 model can be hard to find. Nash and Stellar Dynamics discontinued them.
We could probably find used ones in the Omega markets, but we have no time for shore leave.
Okay, so probably something we'll see along the way to upgrade our ship. And of course, this Ken Donnelly guy definitely has a very Scotty
Where did you receive your training?
thing going
Both
on.
Gabby and I started in the Alliance, serving on the SSV Perugia.
She flew in the first wave at the Battle of the Citadel. We saw Sovereign firsthand.
Why did you leave the Perugia?
After you died, Anderson lost political clout. The Council backslid on the
Oh.
Reaper menace,
They discounted Sovereign as an isolated threat, as a single...
which was bullshit. They said your warnings of a greater danger were mistaken or delusional.
We lost respect for Alliance leadership. We need to fight the real enemy, and only Cerberus seem to be doing that.
I don't blame these guys. It's a decent sentiment to have. And yeah, like when we died, I guess Anderson kind of lost some political ground, I guess. It's kind of harsh. Good. I guess we're just kind of a big deal.
How did you wind up with Cerberus, Ken?
Once you were gone, the Alliance brass descended like vultures, tearing apart everything you'd said. I was very public with my defense for you. I didn't hold back.
Okay.
That's an understatement.
Thank you.
Kenneth wasn't such a talented engineer, they'd have court-martialed him for insubordination.
But it got me noticed by the elusive man. He made an offer, and here I am.
Okay, so he's a solid engineer. See,
Why
Gabby.
did you join, Gabby?
Kenneth and I have been partners in crime since we graduated from Tech Academy. When he got the Cerberus offer, I insisted that it include me. He'd fall apart without me.
Thanks, Mum.
Also, I love engines, and Normandy is state-of-the-art. When I got the opportunity to work on her, I had to jump.
What do you think about Cerberus?
Actually, we don't know much about the organization other than the Normandy team. We know our mission and who's in charge.
We're off to kick the collectors right in their daddy bags. That's enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
Carry on.
Will do, Commander.
Go to Omega and find the T6 FBA couplings. Okay, we got a little mini assignment.
I'm amazed Shipper came down to see us.
I told you he would.
Ah, I like these two. Make a good duo. Of course, Ken Donnelly with that Scottish.
What's this area of the ship?
This is main engineering, which contains the ship's main fusion plant and Mass Effect core.
Definitely reminds me of Scotty from old Star Trek. Yeah, with Jacob and like these two, I guess even with the psychologist lady Yeoman Kelly Chambers, I think. They're at least making me a little less reluctant to work with Cerberus as long as it aligns with our general mission of stopping the Reapers. Makes sense if you have to kind of get a little down and dirty, especially since we were Renegade ourselves earlier. Okay, so we still got that kind of boardroom style office.
Come on, Rupert.
I'm sorry, Princess. Filet mignon and caviar coming right up. Let me just get out my doilies.
That'd be real nice, Mr. Gardner.
Mess Sergeant Gardner. Ah, okay, so of course this was where engineering used to be with, or not engineering, but whatever Caden was working on was right around here. Instead they've got like a little kitchenette.
Commander Shepard, the hero of the Citadel. You did humanity proud that day. As Sergeant Rupert Gardner here. How can I be of service?
Do you have everything you need?
I make do. But have you ever tried to prepare a decent meal with military provisions? I'm good, but I'm no miracle worker. Taking down the collectors is going to be rough business. The crew deserves a few fine meals before they throw themselves into the fire.
What do you need?
If I had some quality ingredients... Oh, shit. You've got more to worry about than grocery shopping on the Citadel. Forget I mentioned it.
Give me the list.
If I head that way, I'll keep an eye out.
Much appreciated. Most of this list is probably standard fare for those namby-pambies on the Citadel. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
Okay, so we probably got another little side quest.
What do you do here on the Normandy?
What don't I do? Most think of me as the ship's cook, but I'm also the facilities technician and custodian. HVAC, plumbing, non-mission critical electrical. I make sure they're all clean and running.
So the man cleaning the toilets is also preparing the meals.
Ooh.
I wash my hands most of the time.
No.
Luxury liner. You have to pull your own weight in a Cerberus vessel, and I catch what falls through the cracks. Through the cracks.
No. Dude, please. The butt cracks.
How do you feel about working for Cerberus?
Damn proud. Cerberus gets the job done. The Alliance and Council have got their heads buried so deep up their butt puckers they can't see squat. It'll take good old human ingenuity to crush these collector vermin. Only Cerberus knows that.
How did you find your way into Cerberus?
Can you believe I was once a family man, working the EZO rigs along the frontier? I was happy enough, but losing everything to Batarian raiders can change your outlook. I needed to make a difference. I'm no soldier, but I've got skills, and Cerberus keeps an eye out for talent. I'll do whatever it takes to help, be that plumbing a sewer, routing an air duct, or keeping everyone's bellies full.
Yeah, just keep washing those hands, man.
I won't take any more of your time.
Back to work.
Okay, so we got a little find ingredients side quest. Oh, these are, I think, the life pods. Do we still have a codex entry for these?
A gunnery officer is required to access the gunnery control station.
Okay. Oh, that's like the whatever weapon battery. I was thinking of more like an electrical battery.
What's this area of the ship?
The sick bay is equipped to provide short-term emergency care. In the event of critical injury, personnel must be transferred to a fully equipped medical facility.
It is. It's Dr. Chocolates. Dr. Chocolates.
Commander Shepard, I watched the Normandy crumble with you on board. It's good to see you alive.
I'm shocked. You're serving on a Cerberus vessel now?
Surprising, even to me. Yet, here I am. The kind of trauma you endured would have changed most people. But not you, I see. Welcome back, Shepard.
Do you have everything you need?
I believe so. This medical bay seems very much like the sick bay on the original Normandy. Only thing missing are my private reserves. I even had a bottle of Ceres Ice brandy that I was saving for a special occasion.
I'll keep an eye out for a replacement bottle.
Oh, you needn't. It's expensive, and we have much larger concerns ahead.
Doctor, you've been with the Alliance for years. Why leave now?
After the Normandy was lost, the surviving crew was reassigned. I was stationed at the Mars Naval Medical Center. A very respectable position, but it wasn't on a starship.
Colonial military life isn't for you?
I've spent most of my life on warships, never knowing what the next mission might bring. I'm used to the hum of engines, the creaking of bulkheads, that subtle vertigo when the momentum dampeners kick in. Life planetside is just too static, too boring.
Interesting. Makes sense though. I guess it's a bit like Tally actually. She missed the hustle and bustle of the flotilla.
You're not the Cerberus type, Doctor.
I don't work for Cerberus. I work for you. On a mission that may be crucial to the survival of the human race. I have faith that your dealings with Cerberus will be ethical. I trust you, Commander.
That's good to hear. Nice to see a familiar face, of course.
There's a very good chance this mission will be a one-way trip. Are you prepared for that?
I've been through the reclaiming of Shanxi, the Skillian Blitz. We survived the Battle of the Citadel and the destruction of the Normandy together. I've lived a full life. No regrets. I'd like to make sure the crew gets the same opportunity.
I hope that's not a death flag, but glad to have her around.
I'll see you later, Doctor.
Commander.
Find brandy at a store somewhere. Saris Ice Brandy. Got some Paragon points.
Access to the AI core is restricted.
That's Edie. Like, you're gonna look into my AI core? How dare you? Women's restroom. Oh boy.
The starboard observation deck is closed until needed.
Crew quarters. Curiosity.
Shepard, the men's restroom is on the port side of the ship.
Oops.
Access to life support is restricted. The port observation deck is closed until needed.
Okay. Men's room.
Access to life support is restricted.
Crew quarters.
She's a cutie. How old?
She'll be a year old next month.
Oh, you'll miss her first birthday.
My family lives in New Canton.
Oh, that colony's on the edge of the frontier. Could be vulnerable to collector attack, couldn't it?
Exactly. It's most important that she have a first birthday. That's why I'm here.
Oh, okay, so the usual motivations of kind of fighting to protect the family. That crew quarters open. I saw it. Oh, that's the door. Okay, so it's just a little room for flavor purposes. Oh, I think I haven't looked at the other side yet. Miranda's office, okay. Oh, romantic. What's up?
Commander, what can I do for you?
You have a minute, Miranda?
No doubt you've got a lot of questions. Cerberus isn't as evil as most people believe. If I can help allay any of your concerns, I'd be happy to do so. So, what would you like to know?
I know what we're doing here, but what's Cerberus's long-term goal?
The advancement of the human race. Nothing more, nothing less. The Solarians have the Special Tasks Group. The Asari have their legendary commandos for stealth and recon operations. Cerberus is humanity's answer to those organizations.
But those organizations are regulated by governments. Who keeps Cerberus in check?
Nobody. We're privately funded and our backers trust the elusive man to make the right decisions. But he's very clear about our goals. Protect humanity and serve its advancement.
I'm still, of course, I'm still skeptical that there's a hidden agenda, hidden objective behind that, and that, because otherwise that sounds like a very reasonable goal to have.
Are you military or political? Or both?
Cerberus has several divisions. Political, military, scientific, but we're all working towards the same goal. We keep our ranks and structure similar to the Alliance. A lot of our recruits started there, but not all Cerberus operations use the same protocols. We try not to get bogged down in bureaucracy or formality.
What kind of resources does Cerberus have?
We're very well funded, though I doubt anyone other than the elusive man knows exactly how well. But our resources aren't unlimited. Reviving you and rebuilding the Normandy was a significant investment, and a significant risk. We're all hoping you can do the impossible, Shepard. No pressure.
What can you tell me about the elusive man?
Not much that you don't already know. Even I don't have access to most of his background. And you've seen more of him than most ever do. It's rare for him to become directly involved in missions, but you're something special. Whatever else people might say about him, I can assure you he's got humanity's best interests at heart. That includes you and me.
At least in his actions so far. You know, who knows if there's something behind that?
How can you be sure of that if you know so little about him?
I
Yeah,
didn't
exactly.
get to where I am without knowing how to gauge people's motives and ambitions, even from brief encounters. He's no saint, and he'd be the first to admit it. But he is committed. Humanity couldn't have a better advocate.
See how long that lasts.
Tell me about yourself, Miranda.
Oh, I guess that's fair. I've spent the last 2 years learning everything there is to know about you. Well, you should probably know that I've had extensive genetic modification. Not my decision, but I make the most of it. It's one of the reasons the elusive man handpicked me. I'm very good at just about anything I choose to do.
You certainly don't lack for confidence.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a fact. My reflexes, my strength, even my looks, they're all designed to give me an edge. No point in hiding from it. It's the reason I'm trusted to oversee the most dangerous,
of course.
risky, and technically demanding operations Cerberus undertakes. And it's why I was assigned to you. It's my job to make sure you succeed, Shepard.
What level of genetic modification are we talking about?
That's very thorough. Physically, I'm superior in many ways. I heal quickly, and I'll likely live half again as long as the average human. My biotic abilities are also very advanced. For a human. Add to that some of the best training and education money can buy, and, well, it's pretty impressive, really.
Sounds like you were designed to be perfect.
Maybe, but I'm not. I'm still human, Shepard. I make mistakes like everyone else. And when I do, the consequences are severe. Everyone expects a lot from someone with my abilities.
The old pressures of perfectionism, and all the responsibility that comes with expectation.
Thanks for the information, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Of course, Commander. Whatever you need.
Okay, definitely doesn't seem as bad as before. I mean, she's definitely got to be a romantic interest from a game perspective, so I figure. Captain's cabin, that's us, right? Yeah. Okay, so what do we have in here? Medal of Honor view trophies. So these are, I think these are achievement oriented as well. Private terminal team status upgrades unread. Okay, so this is like the personal info. Private terminal, right. Oh, what was that I heard? Select music, nice. Armor locker. Okay, so this is where we did the customization from before. Got some Mass Effect 2 themes going. Okay, so there are some decent options there. All right. Let's head back to the CIC. Seems like we've found or explored the ship pretty thoroughly. still gotta get a hang of my hotkeys. Got 3 squad points. You know, part of me is, let's see, force into one of the following: commando, 2 times ever present, increasing weapon damage and storm speed and giving a damage bonus to powers. Your survival instinct grants you an intense concentration that further increases weapon damage and storm speed and gives a duration bonus to powers. Wait. Okay. Whatever the case, I remember getting this recently in my Mass Effect 1 playthrough, where I got either Commando or Shock Trooper, one of them being more defense oriented. I mean, as much as I want the other ones, I gotta take this. Gotta get those Paragon Renegade points up. Of course, I should have done that before I went exploring on the ship, but so be it. So I've got a bunch of assignments, special ingredients, FBA couplings, investigate, travel to Ziona, and search for the Hammerhead prototype vehicle and any signs of Doctors Case and Aloy. FBA couplings, find ingredients. At the Citadel, okay. Normandy crash site. Found the wreckage of the SSV Normandy. Oh, okay, on the planet Alchera. They have asked that a monument be placed on the site and any sign of the remaining 20 missing crew members recovered. Right, because some of them probably didn't make it, so. Planet Alchera. So we got definitely a bunch of these assignments and can probably do some of those along the way. Stop the collectors. Assemble a team. Using the Elusive Man's dossier. Assemble a team of experts to fight the collectors. Now this is the part where, because I'm just starting the mission, I probably want to do whatever I can to assemble more squad mates, because right now I've got presumably Miranda and Jacob, but having more squad mates definitely will round out our team. Who knows, we might even run into some of our old crew members from Mass Effect 1. So this Kasumi Goto. Zakara Ward. Shepard. Maybe this is a new squad member? Personal and small unit combat, unparalleled mercenary soldier and bounty hunter, known for willingness to get the job done no matter the cost. Most feared mercenary and bounty hunter services have been retained by Cerberus at extremely high cost. He is currently awaiting pickup on Omega. So Omega might be a planet. Council. Right. And who knows, with Anderson there, because I know in this playthrough, at least in the previous one, I chose like the old council didn't make it, and so we have a new council in which I appointed Captain Anderson. So that could be a good one to visit Captain Anderson. Dr. Morden Solis, biological weapons expert, light weapons training with Solarian Special Tactics Group. Solarian biological weapons expert whose technology may hold the key to countering collector attacks. Currently operating a medical clinic in the slums of Omega. So he's also on Omega. I think, let's see, Omega has Solus. This one, veteran, pick up on Omega. So veteran and professor. Oh, and we needed the professor to operate one of our tech lab, I think. So definitely worth checking him out. Dossier, the Warlord, Dr. O'Keir. Millennia of combat and strategic experience, rumored familiarity with collector technology. Brilliant and brutal Krogan warlord who fought in the Krogan rebellions, Dr. O'Keir has become obsessed with saving the Krogan people from the genophage and is believed to have contacted the collectors in an attempt to gain technology to that end. He is currently in a Blue Suns camp on Corliss, though the nature of his relationship with the mercenary group is unknown. Okay, so he's, we know from our experience with Rex that the genophage is a huge problem for Krogans, and interesting that there's a Dr. Krogan, because Krogans are by nature more about fighting rather than science stuff. So interesting to see that there's a doctor one, although he does have millennia of combat and strategic experience. Millennia, I don't remember them having such long life cycles. Thousands of years? I thought Asari lived to be around 1,000, and I didn't realize Krogan were so long-lived. But who knows? Maybe. So, let's see, travel to Corliss. Okay. Dossier Archangel, small unit, tactical expertise, Omni-tool expert, and noted sniper. Archangel is a mercenary commander whose operations are noted for the tactical expertise and strategic brilliance. He is responsible for high-profile attacks on gang leaders on Omega and can likely be found there. Okay, so that's like the third person on Omega, so Omega might be the right place to go. Next, let's see, one more. Dossier, convict. Jack, no last name known. Exceptional biotic ability, note criminal background, currently in custody. Oh, okay, so someone to break out. Jack is rumored to be the most powerful human biotic ever encountered. Ooh. Even more powerful than Miranda, maybe? Might be the Adept class. Adept class squad mate. Very little additional data regarding Jack is available, except that the subject has a history of violence and should be approached carefully. Currently, Jack is being held on the Turian prison ship Purgatory. Cerberus has negotiated for the prisoner's release. Okay. So this is... Sorry, where was that? Turian prison ship Purgatory. Don't know where that is, because if it's a prison ship, it could be moving around all over the place. But okay, so got Archangel, Professor, and Veteran that want us to go to Omega. This Kasumi is on the Citadel. Council's also in the Citadel. Warlord's on Corliss. Convict is on prison ship Purgatory. I'll take a look at that in a bit, probably later. I probably want to go to Omega first. Alcara. survey ship that's kind of mentioned. You have the planet Zeona. Researchers, right. FBA couplings. Right. Omega also has the FBA couplings. I remember one of these side quests sent us there. Special ingredients. So this one is from the Citadel. Bottle of Ceres Ice Brandy. Hasn't been able to find one. At a store somewhere. Okay, so keep an eye out for that. Alright, so I think we have our heading. Got a bunch more codex entries.
The Systems Alliance UT-47 drop shuttle landing craft holds 12 soldiers in a cramped, uncomfortable cargo bay and 2 more in the cockpit. With elaborate secrecy, the Systems Alliance space vehicle Normandy
okay, so Normandy SR1 and SR2. Okay. So I'm not going to listen to all of these on here. I'll probably do that in my own time.
In the early 2160s,
Batarians, of course. Collectors.
The
Elcor are cool. They're so chill. Geth, Hanar. Okay, so we have a lot of our old entries from Mass Effect 1, presumably. Technology. Haptic adaptive interface. Alright, there's still the Markov viewed. This is also in Mass Effect 1. I just never got the hang of using it. Okay. So with all of that...
There's a message waiting at your private terminal. I believe it's from Counselor Anderson.
Ooh, okay. Just out of nowhere. Team status upgrades, unread messages, archived messages. Let me see archive first. Okay, nothing new in there. Unread messages, so this is probably from Anderson. Oh, got a lot of these. Wait. Oh, okay, so these aren't voiced. These are just actual text messages. From Anderson. On the off chance that the rumors are true and you actually are alive, I need you to come and talk to me on the Citadel. A lot has changed in the last 2 years. You put us on top, and it's only fair that you be allowed to speak for yourself about what we've been hearing. Okay, so this could be a good in to get us back to in connection with the council. They might be really pissed off at our connection with Cerberus, but who knows? Maybe we can use a little diplomacy to get that out of the way. Okay, so deal struck with Zaid Masani. Reach an agreement. Feared as a ruthless and relentless bounty hunter. Felt you might need a man with his skills on your mission, so I arranged to have him join you. Find him on Omega. Okay, so don't worry about his fee. Fine. Survey ship. This is the quest to find the missing researchers. Normandy crash site. From Admiral Hackett. Invite you to place the monument and be the first to walk on the site. Okay, definitely going to go there at some point. Recon hood. They sent by a hood that Cerberus issues to its covert operatives. It has additional microframe functions that you might like. The hood is in your quarters. I wonder how this is gonna work out, if this is just more of a flavor thing, or if it's going to, like, presumably if there's a mission where we need to stay hidden or be discreet, it'll probably let us know that we should bring along your recon hood, right? Overlord. Project Overlord. Work extremely compartmentalized. You'll find them on the planet Ite Typhon system in the Phoenix Massing Cluster. One of our cells just went off the grid without explanation. Okay, so this is probably another message or another mission, side mission. Arc projector. Get at one of our outposts in the Skillian Verge. Take custody of the weapon. Arc projector. Normandy's armory, so you can examine it for yourself and use it. Oh, okay. Overloads kinetic barriers and synthetic enemies particularly well. Okay, so we got something in our armory. Master Thief, right? Silence is golden password. Okay. And Ascension financial services. Changed from deceased to alive. Okay. $100,000 credits. Okay, so mark as read. Okay, just read all these, so we can mark those. Okay. Codex.
A political economic pact for collective colonial security.
Of course, new mission to Aite. Photo mode. Never mind. There's Jacob. Let's see, armory. Choose squad weapons. Change squad weapon loadout. Okay, nice. And now these used to be those little lockers on Mass Effect 1. Presumably we can get a little more customizable for each one at the same time. Predator pistol. Okay, so I can't change his stuff yet, don't think. Yeah, it's not giving me any custom options, but we'll see. So same assault rifle, shotgun. Yeah, I probably don't have any extra or any other options right now. These are probably just the basic startups. 2 options. Rapid fire grenade launcher. Okay, so in here we have the M100 grenade launcher or the arc projector. Okay, so we know what the grenade launcher can do. Capable of taking down multiple enemies. Effective against armor, shields, biotic barriers. Arc projector ionizes targets with a non-visible laser. To ready them for a high voltage electrical attack. As the lightning-like bolt hits its first target, a sophisticated auto-targeting system paints succeeding targets with the ionization laser along the electricity to take the path of least resistance and arc between them. Oh, okay, so it's like a chain lightning gun. Maybe, or a chain laser gun. An entire enemy strike team can be shocked to death with a few pulls of the trigger. Oh, this is a grenade launcher. It's pretty cool, of course, but definitely want to give this a try. So I'm gonna. All right then. And with that, probably going to head to one of either the Citadel or Omega next time. So that's been learned a lot about the ship and where we're situated, and so that's been a nice little episode of Mad Max in space aboard the Normandy, of course. So next time I'll headed to one of those two locations. In the meantime, thanks for watching and have a good one.